welcome to Elegantly Outrageous Real Talk. Apparently that's something I'm supposed to do maybe in the beginning and then have like a sign out or something. I'm doing this authentically and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just having fun doing it in the process. So yeah, stay tuned. If you're here or with me, you'll just see improvements. I'm open to suggestions too. So if you want to put something, I guess in these videos say, like it and comment or whatever. Honestly, the intention of that is really I just want to see that it's the right content and what we're doing, and get feedback. So I do get a lot of direct messages and feedback, which is cool, and it's something that's just been fun. So I'm going to let you in my head a little bit more about what Elegantly Outrageous is and where that's going, and I'm going to tell you why motivation is garbage from a girl who claims to be a motivational speaker, right? Like, why is it garbage, right? Candace, what are you saying? Yes, it is, and I'm going to tell you why. So Elegantly Outrageous Real Talk. And so this intention of this, just so you know, like I literally just throw on the camera, something comes to my head and I start talking. We'll see how it works out, and I'm okay with that. I've been okay with that for years, as far as even building, Facebook and Instagram and everything like that. And one of my unique abilities through that is the fact that I'm just genuine in putting out what I believe and I want to get the message out. However, sometimes you have to be careful with the structure of that and what goes behind it and everything else. And then I was thinking, and I started to get a little bit more like, I gotta plan this and do this and check this, and I was getting in my own head a little bit more. And then I went, well, why am I doing that? Because that's not like what I do. I can do that with my business. I plan things. I'm totally different. And then I also realized, like, I have to be as authentic as I can be. Literally in these conversations, if I'm not being as authentic as I can be, then it's not going to be the right message for you. Yeah, we're going to have, if you come to an event and I'm speaking or something else, then it'll be more planned. But this is something that's, I want to be different and unique. So one of the things that came to my mind, so if you don't know, I was in the fitness industry for many, many years, fitness model, published, whatever. That's great. Hit those goals and stuff like that. And people go, how did you get motivated? And then I realized motivation is garbage. And I heard that this morning, ironically, from Mel Robbins. I keep saying Mel Evans. Well, Robbins, who I love. When I decided this morning, I said, today, you know what? I'm just going to move my body. I need to get back into working out. And it's not because I need to work out for my body and changing it and killing myself. I used to punish myself so much. And it's why I started to hate the gym, to be honest, is because I spent so much time there and counting calories and macros and being obsessed with things. I spent well over 20 years in a category obsessed with things that I'm realizing are completely irrelevant, because as soon as I let that go and I changed my mindset that food is a medicine, I'm doing good things to my body, that as soon as I learned that and I changed that, ironically the weight fell off, I felt great, my skin, my hair, my nails, all that got better, right? So that was work, and I had to do that, and I had to spend some time learning it. However, I wasted a lot of time in that category. And that's where the foundation of the 12 categories of Elegantly Outrageous is built on and coming from. So and I'll explain that later as we go and what that means and what the foundation of Elegantly Outrageous is and the programs that we're developing. But for now, why is motivation garbage? So because that's what she said, and I went, oh, why is that? And then I realized, why is it so hard to do the little things? Do you ever find that, the things you have to do, but then they keep getting put to the back burner? They really, when you get to do them, they take no time at all, and you're like, why the hell did I waste this much time, thinking about it and not just doing it? Is because motivation is not something that is made for humans to do. We are not meant to be motivated just because. It doesn't work that way. No, I don't want to, the receipts and organizing and, organizing my house or, going down and doing my banking and all that. For me, as a person I am, because we're all different, that type of stuff is ugh. So you have to change your mindset around it. And that's really what it is with everything. And then people go, oh my God, Candace, I don't want to hear about this motivational stuff. Okay, so let me tell you this. I was a person, if you know my backstory, who was abused in every way a person can be abused, okay? I can now say that comfortably without the pity party of it. I spent the majority of my life in a very serious depression. One that people will never understand, or some people will never understand. Some people might. And I kept myself there because I chose continuously to be a victim. I had to heal, and I had to make myself a priority. So that was extremely important. So number one. But then I had to let go of the victim mentality and realize I have one life and it's mine. And it was up to me to fix it, nobody else. So that started with gratitude. And that was the hardest thing to do. And people say it was so easy to, like, they look at me now, of course it's so easy, and those things, they say that because it's easy, you know, once that momentum gets going, and then that's what the universe does. It brings you more and more as you're open to positivity versus negativity. So without going down that road too far, I just want to make it very clear that our brains are not meant to just be motivated. It's not like you wake up and go, yay, I get to do the parts of the work, like, to get to my goals. I have to do all these things in between. Like, yeah, there's an exciting part of it. However, like, the majority of it, to get to a lot of these things, is not fun. Like I don't enjoy, I'm a people person. I love that I have a job, that I get to go online and I get to interact with people, but I miss seeing people every day. I like that. However, I have a set goal that I need to do. So I need to, like, lock myself in my room until this you know, gets accomplished, right? I still have a lot of other interactions and everything. I mean, on a day-to-day. So I don't like that. I'm not motivated for that. I just know that I have to do that. So if you're waiting to be motivated to change your life, let me tell you, it'll never happen. You just have to make the decision to change and know it's going to be hard. I'm not going to tell you this like, woo, whatever. Now, the next thing you have to do is align yourself with the right messages, getting the right things in your head, because at first you're going to doubt yourself. Then you listen more and more and more, and then you start to believe in yourself more, and then you surround yourself with more people, and then, you know, you meet the right people. And if you find that if you look around your life and you go, I don't love my life right now, then you got to find the things you love and then realize you might have to cut some of those other things. And that can be done with love. Like I have, and I want to make this very clear because this is very important, okay? As I've changed and as I've grown, I've had to forgive and let go of a lot. More so than most people. More so than most people. And if a person like myself can forgive and have no anger toward the world after a world of being abused the way she was, if I can do that, I'm sorry, there is no reason you can't. When I hear people's sob stories after everything I've been through, without even telling them mine, I go, man, like, it's the mindset that needs to change. And that's so cliche, but it's so true. And it comes from the gratitude of, even if we're in this country, like, the reason I want to do so many things, because if we're blessed in this country, just taking that for granted, like if you're in North America, just the ability to have freedom is not something I take lightly. And it's something that was the foundation of my gratitude. So what can that lead to later? So realizing the world is more than just you was, for me, something that was really huge. However, that decision starts with you to change. So these programs are designed to help you learn how to do that. So that is what's coming. In the meantime, no, motivation is not something that you're just going to have. So if you've been looking for it, forget it. It's not going to work. You just have to decide what you want, and you need to learn how to get it. And you need to figure out, well, no, you don't need to figure out. It'll just happen. You just have to tell yourself that you're awesome. And that's really hard to do at first. And I could not say that type of stuff out loud. I was like, no. I was not the cool kid. I was not the pretty girl. I didn't have, like, you know, so many close friends and all those things, right? And I find that most women, the majority of them, are the same. And we're all going through the same struggles, but nobody wants to talk about it. So I'm like, well, let's just talk about it. And I'm not going to waste my time gossiping or hanging around with people that do, because I have way too much time. Why I can be so confident too is because I don't talk behind people's backs. nor do I care or think about what, because I don't do that. It doesn't worry or stress me about somebody who's doing that. So if you can be the same and you just focus on you, you'd be surprised what type of people you attract. And that's not, if somebody's going through their own struggle, I'm not, it's like, I will send them love. If they don't get if they think that I'm, whatever intentions, I'm going to send them love, and one day they may or may not be back in my life. However, I'm not going to consume myself with it, because that's not what I want to be around. I want to be around loving, happy people who want to improve themselves. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to be there for those people that are struggling, because that's completely different. You just have to be willing to accept. I can't train, teach, help anyone that doesn't want to help themselves. Motivation's garbage. So let's just start. And then now I'm supposed to do a sign out that I haven't figured out. We'll work on that. I'm open to suggestions. Maybe I do I don't think that's a good idea, but whatever.